Muhammad Yunus was born on 28 June 1940 in the village of Bathua in Hathazari, Chittagong, the business center of what was then Eastern Bengal. He was the third of the 14 children, of whom 5 died in infancy. His father was a successful goldsmith who always encouraged his sons to seek higher education, but his biggest influence was his mother, Sufia Khatun, who always helped any poor that knocked on their door. This inspired him to commit himself to the eradication of poverty. His early childhood years were spent in the village. In 1947, his father moved to the city of Chittagong, where his father had the jewelry business. In 1974, Professor Muhammad Yunus, a Bangladeshi economist from Chittagong University, led his students on a field trip to a poor village. They interviewed a woman who made bamboo stools and learned that she had to borrow the equivalent of 15 paise or 15% in a rupee to buy raw bamboo for each stool made. After repaying the middleman, sometimes at rates as high as 10% a week, she was left with a penny profit margin. Had she been able to borrow at a more advantageous rates, she would have been able to amass an economic cushion and raise herself above subsistence level. Realizing that there must be something terribly wrong with the economics he was teaching, Muhammad Yunus took matters into his own hands and from his own pocket lent the equivalent of 17 to 42 basket weavers. He found that it was possible with this tiny amount not only to help them survive, but also to create the spark of personal initiative and enterprise necessary to pull themselves out of poverty. Against the advice of banks and governments, Yunus carried on giving out microloans and in 1983 formed the Grameen Bank, meaning village bank, founded on the principles of trust and solidarity. In Bangladesh today, Grameen Bank has 2,564 branches with 20,000 staff serving over 8.5 million borrowers in 81,000 villages. On a working day, Grameen collects an average of $1.5 million in weekly installments. Of the borrowers, 97% are women and over 97% of the loans are paid back at a recovery rate higher than any other banking system. Grameen methods are applied in projects in 58 countries including US, Pakistan, Canada, France, Netherlands and Germany. Professor Yunus studied economics in Vanderbilt University, USA and received his PhD in economics in 1970. He taught economics in Bangladesh in 1972. He joined the University of Chittagong as the head of the economics department. He started the Grameen project in 1983.